hours. I'm sorry, that's not acceptable.
Okay, we are live. There we go. I think now we can go.
I don't see it on the. Oh, there it is. Let's drop that link.
I always have trouble seeing the chat, like the questions that they post.
Yeah.
Is it the Q&A thing or is it the chat thing?
Oh, change it from top chat to live chat.
How do
Because
I
top
do
chat,
that?
you don't see everything. Live chat, you see everything.
How do you change it? Maybe we should have done this before.
Like if you pull up the stream, like next to it, there's the chat, and then it'll say top chat or live chat.
Oh, you guys have 2 tabs open? Okay.
Yes, I have 2 screens, so it's very easy.
I'm at work, so I can't do that. Oh, okay, yeah, I got it. Okay.
I knocked over a full glass of water on my Mac at work like last week, like a full glass. And I was so scared. It's like, no, but it's okay. It's fine. The only thing is every time I unplug it, it turns off, like no matter how high the battery is.
Oh,
That's
no.
my only issue with it right now. But better than it not working.
I gotta change all the bio links to this stream so people click the right link.
Okay, so we got 4 viewers right now.
I think I'm one of those.
Okay. Well, I guess then we can just get started.
Do we need to introduce ourselves again, just in case, or?
Oh yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Cool.
Well, I guess I can go first. So I'm Felix. I'm going into 2nd year of obviously GBDA. I guess that's all I'm gonna say. Who wants to go next?
I'm Kyle. I'm the same as Felix, 2nd year GBDA. And yeah, on the society, I guess, should we say our position? Or is it not matter?
Yeah.
But I'm the internal chief of communications at the society.
I'm chief of finance, I guess I should say.
I'm the same as Kyle and Felix, 2nd year GBDA, and I am the external chief of communications.
And I'm Kat. I am the president of GBDA, and I'm in my 3rd year.
You're like the entire program's president?
I mean, yeah. oh, no. GBDA SOC president.
Yeah. Something good to clarify.
Yeah, Christine's our director, right? That's our, yeah. Okay. Yes, not the president of everything.
Yeah. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about the Waterloo and Stratford life. So I guess our catchphrase would be what's the party life in Waterloo and the GBDA community, but we'll try and help you out with what's life like in Waterloo and Stratford. So we do have a few topics here, like what Facebook groups to join, what clubs to join, some events to check out, where it's good, like where there's some good places to eat, and then some pro tips at the end from each of us. So, yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. Do we have a starting point where we want to start off?
How about we start with Facebook?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's short and easy.
Yeah. Anyone want to take the lead on that?
Sure. Yeah. I should probably open Facebook to see everything. So you guys most of you should be in the Frosh group, as well as your year's Facebook page. So that'd be GBDA class of 2022. Some other helpful Facebook pages that I can post in a post after is University of Waterloo Textbook Exchange Official.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
There's also a GBDA textbook exchange, which is a little bit less active, but it's good for like program-specific textbooks. The only thing is that a lot of the professors swap out every year, so some of them decide a different textbook is better. So, you know, textbook buy and sell is another one. I think that's for Waterloo as well. And there's a rideshare. There's a rideshare Facebook page for Stratford as well.
Yeah.
I think it's called GW
This is just
One-
GBDA ride, sure.
Yeah, and then there's also one for Waterloo in general,
Yeah.
I think.
So ride shares are pretty sweet. They're just students offering carpools. Obviously, they're strangers, so like, you know, stranger danger, but I mean, so are Ubers. Yeah.
What's the difference?
Yeah. Let me see. Sorry, there's so many groups that I'm a part of that I have to like sift through them all. It's like, yeah. Does anyone else know any? So the rideshare, the textbooks.
I'm
Well,
a part of.
for those that like being involved in events and stuff, follow the GBDA Society Facebook. It's not like a group that you can be like in, but you can follow the Facebook page because we'll be posting events and upcoming news and such on there. There's a fly somewhere. He's going to the camera.
I found another good one. This one is it's pretty active, like not really active now because it's spring, but it's called Official Free Food Waterloo. And
Well, I'm gonna join that.
basically they post anytime there's like free food at the SLC, like, oh, free pizza slices. Ooh. So it's kind of neat just to be on it. Drop by, get some free food.
I'm joining that group right now.
Yeah, maybe I should post some of these somewhere. Okay, here. Official Free Food Waterloo. New Waterloo, GBDA, and MDEI. Is that the one, Felix, you said people should join as well? Or did you say SOC group?
The Jud Soccer. Yeah, the GBDA Society group, you should follow that one. I don't know which one the UW, GBDA, and MDEI group is. I don't think I'm a part of that one, but
Oh, I think I can probably find
that one is a group that gives you just like a lot of people just post like job opportunities on there. Asks for ride shares if they're just like general news. Like literally last week, someone needed a videographer for UW a cappella, and they're like, "We'll pay you money." Yeah, it's like a networking kind of specialties. What do you do type, like everything GBDA and MDEI, which is our graduate program. So that's another one.
I think that's
U Waterloo. Sorry, that one's not.
Oh, there's also good housing ones you could find.
Yeah. So UW housing and sublets. Or it's just like Waterloo housing. They're pretty easy to find.
I'm from University of Washington, not that one.
And whenever you guys start joining clubs, you'll also have a chance to join like their Facebook group as well. So like the Outers Club, which is everything that has to do with like outdoor things. So canoeing, bouldering, hiking. They have their own Facebook group and they post like camping trips that people are planning and like rides to the local climbing gym, stuff like that. So there's Facebook groups for everything. Literally just type Waterloo Cheese Club and you'll find it. Yeah.
So I guess then we'll move on to just getting involved, maybe not online, but in regards to clubs and events. So So, for instance, one of the ones that is directly tied to GBDA is creator spaces. I don't really know a lot of. Does someone else know more information about that one?
Not too
It's-
familiar with them, no.
Oh, creator spaces?
Yeah.
Sorry, I
Go
like
ahead.
zoned out. I didn't zone out, I was looking at the chat. Yeah, so that's basically, it's this really cool initiative that started a few years ago as something called So Dairy, I believe, by Katrina Shooten.
Yeah.
And then that kind of fumbled. So they started another thing called Creator Spaces, and that's basically like an opportunity for students just to show what they can do. Right now they're working on a zine, which is like a little collection of, last time I checked in with them, it was like advice, different works that people do, just like basically like a community for people that design, create, like everything. Last year they did a little gallery, so like people submit their work and it was displayed across like the Stratford campus for like a month, I think. Yeah. So it's pretty cool. They have a website.
This random guy in the chat.
You guys see that?
Guess who am I?
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'd recommend you get involved in it. They have a Slack channel right now that I can, if anyone's interested, they can message me and we can share that.
Yeah, so that's one that's directly linked to GBDA, and you'll hear more about it once you get to Stratford, because it's blossoming into a bigger sort of club. There's also, if you go on the Fed's website, so that's the Federation of Students for Waterloo, there's over 200 clubs. So like scrolling through, there's like a henna club, a hip hop club, a cappella, games, creators club, game development. There's a huge list.
Game Dev Club.
Which
Yes.
one?
Game Dev Club. Whoa.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like someone's underwater somewhere. Yeah. I love Game Dev Club.
Yeah. Or like if you want to try magic, you can do magic. There's a huge variety of clubs that you can choose from. Some of them are academic, some of them are entrepreneurial. There's a number that are like athletic, like ballroom dancing, which is like if you want to dance, go for it. And then yeah, so there's a huge number of clubs out there that you can join. And always like get involved in school because you don't want to just be sitting behind your books all day. You want to be able to get away from your books and do something different, relax, take your mind away from school, and have some fun.
You can find a club for literally pretty much anything.
Yeah. And I think if you find a topic or something that you like doing, that there is no club, I think you can, if you have 15 people, you can petition or go to the Fed's office and you can actually start a club and they'll give you funding to get it started.
Yeah, I was actually really interested in starting a sign language club for a while, but I heard, so I went into Feds and I talked to the guy, super nice person, but apparently someone had already started it. So it was just in the process of going through. Yeah, pretty cool.
That's cool.
What are your favorite clubs? I guess that's like a pretty. If we don't have questions, you can just.
Yeah,
I
can go. Like, I did Magic Club and ballroom dancing because I wanted to try something new. If I had my cards here, I would show you a trick, but I don't. Like, you want to. My goal, at least for last year, was to go out there, try something new, do something that I haven't done before, which I definitely recommend because you get to know some interesting people and maybe find out something that you like to do that you might continue on after.
Yep. I was part of a lot of clubs in first year, like a lot. I hear my brother. Okay, yeah. The thing about clubs is a lot of them aren't committal. It's like you don't have to commit to them. So stuff like Fashion for Change is a little bit different because you're part of a performance at the end. Like there's an end goal you're getting to. But things like archery or the equestrian club or even game dev club, a lot of them don't have a fee associated to them. Like a few of them do, but some don't. And you literally just drop in whenever you want and you can leave and come as you go. So if you're holding back from clubs because you're worried that you're going to take on too much, then you'll be like stuck. Don't let that be what holds you back because you can always leave. Like they understand, right? Like you're in school, you have things to do. If you joined like 50 clubs, and then you're like, can only handle 3. What was I thinking? It's okay. Like, it's literally no stress. You're fine.
No one's going to hate you.
But yeah, I was in equestrian club in first year. I was also in game dev club. And they're really cool, okay? Like, they're a bunch of like quirky people that are just making games. And you can go and you can play test their games, or you can introduce yourself as like a UX designer or just like someone that wants to draw art for them, and they will be so happy. Like even if you like tinker with like little music things and you can make a music soundtrack, whatever, they will love you. They also host like game jams where you have a weekend to make a whole game, and it's like a super good portfolio builder. So highly recommend that. And what else? Archery club is pretty sweet. You pay like 15 for a term and you can go as much as you want. I'm also in Greek life, so I'm in a sorority.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot. Oh, salsa dancing. So much fun. All of the dancing stuff, like you'll see them at the SLC at night. Like you'll be walking by, there'll be music blasting and they're just going to be like having a good time. You can go join them. Like salsa dancing is like really, really fun. Even if you don't know, like if you're as clumsy as me and you're just like stumbling all over the place, still fun. Do it. Yeah, Cheese Club I heard was great. Yeah. Bunch of stuff. Whatever you want. Just go for it.
Kyle, did you do anything last year?
I did not do any clubs, but I did do intramurals for sports. So I did 2 soccer intramurals in each semester instead of clubs, and it was a great way to meet people in different years because all I knew were people in first year. So it was really cool to meet a bunch of different programs, different years, and kind of with the same interest like clubs. So if you can't find a club that's more of your thing, like I kind of had trouble in the beginning of September, just if you like sports, just join an intramural. There's tons. It goes from soccer to basketball to dodgeball. There's Quidditch. Yeah.
And there's a lot of sports that you can do. Like there's also skating. You can learn, if you don't know how to skate, you can learn to skate. I think it's pay per session or something. Those are weekly at the arena. Yeah, and like I guess we shouldn't also just say just join clubs. Like there's a whole other like world of like varsity sports. There's intramurals. There's the shoe tag, which is a tag, or basically a membership where you can go to fitness classes at the PAC or the C1, the ice field, CIF, and you can do fitness classes like learn how to kickbox, do yoga, I think they also do some martial arts or something. And I think it's like something like $50 or something for a term, and you can go to as many classes as you want. There's also some free fitness things that you can do. For instance, every week during the winter, there's free skating during the week. So you can go on the Waterloo Warriors website, I think, and there's a schedule there of when you can go skating. It's really fun. What about Jeet? Did you do anything last year?
Not really. I just did the hackathon. I just started hacks, and that was pretty much it. I don't know. I was kind of lame last year. I didn't do much. My goal is to change that this year and do way more than I did last year.
Well, I guess that's a good segue into events, because there's a whole other, again, basically another world of events that you can do, like starter hacks, which is a hackathon. There's a whole bunch of hackathons that go on throughout the year, and events like that. There's some at the Stratford campus too that you can join, which are really interesting, and they bring in industry leaders. And like, it's, as soon as you start looking, you're going to find a lot of things that you can join. A personal recommendation is don't try and do too much. It's going to be your first year of university, so you're going to have a lot of, like, you're going to need time to figure out your academic life. So don't join too many things that you're going to be taking away from your academic life, but don't join like nothing, because then like you're going to miss out on the social life too.
Yeah. Just to finish, are we done with clubs, do you think?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, just to finish off, like in the beginning, like the first week actually, during Welcome Week, which is the week after your orientation, there's a clubs fair, and it's going to go on for like 2 days. Highly, highly, highly recommend you check it out. Yeah, like all of the clubs, or at least most of them, will be out, and you can just go talk to the members and you can see what they're about. Maybe, do something you didn't think you'd want to do. Like fencing. There's a fencing club. Go fence. So yeah, just go to the
dragon boating.
Yeah, that's super cool too. They're really tight knit. Like they're a tight knit community from what I see. Yeah.
And if you go to the clubs fair, go to the magic booth, because they will blow your mind and you will want to learn some of those tricks. And that's why I went, because I wanted to know how to do the tricks. I just have a list here, some other things that we should probably mention. Academically wise, the Writing Center, this is besides clubs and events. The Writing Center is a really great resource. Because you're going into the university life, you might need some more help when you're writing essays and assignments and projects. So you can either book an appointment with the Writing Center for an hour session, or you can do a drop-in session at the DP or DC library. I think those are Monday to Friday, and you just go online and you can see what times they are. I think that it's usually between like a few hours in the afternoon, and they're tremendous help. They'll go through your work and find things like spelling mistakes, grammar, like tone, and like first person, third person, all those different little writing things. They're usually English majors or language majors, so they're really good at what they do. Another thing to mention would be the Career Action Center. It's the big, long one at the front. I don't know how else to explain it.
Beside the arts lecture hall, right?
Yeah.
It's a big glass. Well, it's not all glass, but it's sort of like a brick and glass building.
It's hard to miss.
Yeah, you can go and schedule mock interviews, and they'll edit your resume and help you improve all your job stuff for like summer jobs and like internships, and help you with all that stuff.
We also have a question in the chat. how easy is it to make friends if you're not living on res?
That was me. Just, I guess it depends. Like, I bus an hour and a half every day, so I had like a certain time I had to leave by, otherwise like it would be like really late when I got home. So it depends on that. You should also try to go out, be social, and just try to get to know people while you have the time to do that, instead of just like avoiding people. That's my advice.
Yeah, like join some clubs, especially when you're off campus. Like you're missing out on the residents, but like you can make up for it in joining clubs, and then you still get that close knit community. And like Kat said, there's some clubs that are very close, and you get to know the people very well. So and then you can make friends that way, and then in GBDA it's a close knit program anyways. So you're gonna be able to make friends fairly easily, I think. I'm just looking at our list of stuff that we should probably
also, off campus, you have the off campus community.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, it's on the second floor. Second floor of the SLC. Sorry, I had a brain fart. But yeah, it's basically a community of people living off campus. You're probably gonna meet them during O week. You're gonna have your you're gonna have your programming with them, I'm pretty sure. And honestly, like, it's really what you make it. If you're gonna isolate yourself, well, you're probably not gonna make too many friends. But if you want to make friends and if you want to meet people and like, you know, make connections, then just go out and do it.
Yeah.
Simple as that. Like, no one's gonna shun you at all. So,
yeah. There's a lot of people that live off campus and or choose not to live in residence and get apartments, and like quite a number of, like, majority of upper years don't live in residence, and quite a number of first years don't live in residence because of some of the like different opportunities that you get from living off residence by having your own apartment or place. So it's not like you're alone, and like Kat said, it's what you make it. So there's also eating. UW and Stratford eating. There's a lot of different options for eating.
My favorite topic.
Yeah, there's a lot to go through in this one. So in UW specifically, there's a lot of places to get food. If you're living in residence and have a meal plan, you can use your meal plan at any of the cafeteria or the food courts at the residences. You can also use your flex dollars, or maybe your meal plan too, at like the Starbucks and Tim Hortons. Those all work with Watt Card. Then there's also the plaza across from UWP. There's Mel's Diner, and there's an Eastside Mario's, and a whole bunch of other places to eat.
That place is gonna save your butt if you ever mess up a bit and end up having to pull an all-nighter, because there's a pizza place that's open until like 5 a.m. So if you're
campus pizza, campus pizza,
like it's people say it's not the best pizza. I beg to differ. It's fantastic. But especially when it's like super late and everything hurts. You're just grumpy and you're hangry and like you have half of the assignment left to do. Just pop over across the street, grab yourself a pizza, and go back. And everything's better after a slice of pizza, you know? So, and I'm pretty sure you can pay with your Watt card there.
They take Flex, yeah.
They take Flex. Yeah. There you go. They take Flex.
That's where all my Flex went. Campus pizza at 2 a.m.
Then there's also some great restaurants uptown Waterloo, so at the Waterloo Square. Like there's the Works, which is like a burger restaurant, which is fantastic. There's also I think there's like a German bakery or something, and like Waterloo has so many different options for food.
Is there a beer town there too?
Sorry?
Is there a beer town?
Hey. There's yes, but food wise.
No, that's a restaurant.
It is?
Yeah, it's a good restaurant.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm not putting up pubs. No, this is a good restaurant.
I'm from Mississauga, and our beer town is just like beer.
No, here it's a restaurant.
Okay. All right.
Oh, also, we should probably talk about vegetarian, vegan, halal, kosher. All the residences, if you live in residence, they're very accommodating. So if you're vegan, vegetarian, halal, kosher, all those, if you have like specific dietary restrictions, just go to your residence food court and they will help you. They're so nice about it. I know that some of them you can buy a lunch for the next day and they'll have like a lunch bag ready for you to pick up so that you don't have to buy lunch somewhere else where they may not have the food options that you want. And then I guess we can talk about Stratford. Does someone get
Soup
food in Stratford?
cereal, favorite
So good.
Yeah.
I'm living above it, and yo girl's getting a lot of soup next term. A lot of soup. Especially when winter rolls around and it's like freezing. You just walk 2 minutes and you have this like they make it fresh every day and they post on their Facebook page the soup flavors that they're gonna have that day. It's not expensive, like it's a fair price for what they're doing. And it's like a, local business. It's really great. I love it. Also, a lot of people go to not Settlement, but there's a different coffee place. I forget what it's called.
Balzac's?
Balzac's, yeah.
Balzac's. A lot of people go to Balzac's. And there's also a really good sandwich place that I also forgot the name of.
New York Kitchen. That's where I like going.
Maybe.
There's also a Subway, Mr. Sub.
Yeah. Oh, that's Subway.
Oh, if you guys want,
Balzac's is a great coffee shop. There's also, if you really like coffee, there's also one in Waterloo. It's a little hidden, but it's just beside the East Campus Hall. It's just a little corner shop, but a lot of people think that there's only one in Stratford, but there's one in Toronto and there's a new one in Waterloo. So if you like coffee.
Also, I know that I'm talking about pizza a lot, but there's a really good pizza place in Stratford too. It's you leave campus, it's on your right. It's super cheap. Like, this is the pizza that I eat when I have no money left, and I'm just like, So it's super close to campus, about as far as soup cereal. I forget what the deal is, but it's like a slice and pop for definite, and their slices are massive. They're like the one slice that's definitely two slices. But they call it no, it's not the pizza. It's like
it's twice the deal or whatever.
There was the brother. I told you he was gonna
twice the deal, right?
Twice the deal. Yeah, that's what it's called. Twice the deal pizza. It's across the road. It's great. Highly recommend.
Stratford again has a lot of food places. It's because of the theater in town. They have a lot of food, and a lot of it's artesian food if you like good food. There's also a great pizza place that's a little pricey, but if you want good pizza or a good pasta, it's right on the corner of Main Street when you're going down, I don't know what it's called. But you can find so much good food in Stratford. Like, you never run out of options if you find a store you don't like. Also, Rio Thompson's originated or has a big store in Stratford. If you don't know what Rio Thompson's is, it's like chocolate with like mint on the inside. I don't actually like them, but it seems like I'm the only one in Canada that doesn't. But they have a giant store. There's also another chocolate store that you can go to if you like sweet stuff. So that's another option.
So good.
We have a question. can we eat during lectures?
This isn't high school, guys. This isn't high school.
Depending on the prof, usually.
Yeah. If it's a big enough class, they can't even see you, so it doesn't really matter.
The only class I haven't been able to eat in was my French lecture, and that's because it was tiny and the prof.
Yeah, a lot of the language classes are smaller, so they might be like neat.
Yeah, if you sit at the back, you can usually get away from it. A lot of at the Stratford campus, like you can't eat in the computer labs. Like if there's like with the MacBook or the Mac Pro things, I forget what they're called. When there's the computers, you're not allowed to eat in there because it's like electronic stuff that can get broken.
Yeah. For the most part, yes, you can eat during lectures.
Yeah, for the most part.
If you're really worried about it, just ask your prof.
True.
If you guys have Karen, she doesn't care about eating in classes.
What else?
So, here's some tips that I've written down here. Sorry, I'm looking at the doc right now. I'm gonna just read them off. There's the first one is create a LinkedIn account. Because once you get to university, you're going to want to start making your brand and your connections with other people. Okay, bye, Kat. So definitely make a LinkedIn account or something where people can contact you or get your contact information. LinkedIn's a pretty good one to have. There's also the student leadership certificate, which is a certificate you can do by going to 12 little mini lesson things. It's basically where you learn about the 12 like parts of being a leader. So like, I don't even remember any of them, but like time management, like basic things like responsibility, respect, that sort of stuff. And then you get a certificate at the end. There's also the GEC, which is the Global Experience Certificate. If you're planning on going abroad, definitely look at what you need to do to get that certificate. One of the things is that you need to take 2 language courses in the same language in sequence of each other. Or maybe not even in sequence of each other, but two language courses. And then you also have to do an international volunteer thing, so you can do like a conversation buddy or something like that. It's all on the website. There's also, or did you guys have something else to say with that? No?
No.
I'll just keep reading off from the list. So there's also the EDGE program, which is most of you are probably aware of the co-op program that Waterloo has because it's pretty extensive and most programs have co-op. EDGE is basically the co-op experience for people not in co-op. So it's just like for instance in GBDA we have an internship. It's to add on to that by giving you another certificate that you can add to your resume for having completed. It's basically just sort of more work experience, and definitely look into that. It's really easy to do. GBDA is basically set up to get you the certificate. Like 6 out of the 8 courses or something, like you already have 6 courses out of the 8 that you need that are mandatory within GBDA. So, and then like you have like 3 out of the 4 requirements already done for another section. So it's really definitely looking to EDGE because it's so easy to do on part of it, and it's like you don't have to do anything. Then some other things. Mental health issues. So a big thing is maintaining your mental health. Definitely, if you need help when you're studying, academic-wise, university can be stressful. So if you need help, make sure to reach out to someone. There's so many resources at Waterloo. I'll try and find some quick.
We have Mates, which is a student-run group.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're really great. It's just fellow students that like you can talk to. Generally, you don't need like an appointment. You can just go talk to them. Glow Center for Sexual Diversity is also pretty good. They have walk-in hours, I think, every day after 6. And they're completely confidential. Like all of these programs, like they can't, like they sign a paper saying like they can't go. And, you know, Women's Center is right next to Glow. They also have drop-in hours. Not sure what those are though. And then counseling services also exists that you have to make an appointment for. But they're usually pretty quick with it, and it's also completely confidential. And on Stratford campus, we have our own, I don't really know what he's called, but he's part of counseling services. He's specifically there for us. He's there every day that we are, and then also on main campus, I think, once.
Yeah, once per week.
Yeah, he's really great. Like, I won't even lie, I've been there when all of my assignments have come crashing down on me. And he's super good with like helping you and accommodating you. And just, you know, like giving you advice on how to get at it, calming you down. So that's just some off the top of my head. You also have your dons and your peer leaders, and the list is endless. Felix, do you have any more?
There's also, I'm just looking at the website, there's also medical services. Well, I guess segue into medical services, along with mental health, health services, medical services, health services. If you, like for instance, last year I fell off my bike, so I had a giant gash across my face for about a week. When I first fell off my bike, you can go to health services and there's drop-ins. You can also make an appointment. They have doctors there. It's run like a regular clinic. And then just make sure to bring your health card, and the university also has like insurance and stuff. I'm not totally sure about that, but there's also and that's right beside the SLC. It's just across like the little river. And then another good one to take note of is the econ clinic. When you get into economics, you're gonna want to go to the clinic, because sometimes economics can be a little confusing or difficult, especially if you haven't done it before, like myself. And the professors there are usually really helpful. There's also TAs that will help you. And like, I don't know when you're taking economics, but they'll definitely be able to help you with any homework and questions that you have for econ. But yeah, I think that's the end of the list. Do you guys have anything else to say?
If you have something urgent, like medically, like you're really sick, and the wait in the university's clinic is super long, in the plaza across UWP, same one with the pizza, you have another walk-in clinic, and sometimes the wait there is shorter. So it's still super close. They still take like Waterloo's insurance that they give to students. It's just closer.
Okay, so we got some other questions. So we have a question: what do you guys think about going abroad for 3rd or 4th year?
I think it's recommended you do 3rd year because of the big project in 4th year.
Yeah. I think we can only go in 3A now.
Yeah.
At least for us, because I remember that's what Karen was telling me at the end of the year.
Yeah, okay. I was told like to do 3A because it makes your schedule much better instead of like missing 4A and then screwing yourself over for the project.
Yeah. With you guys are getting a new schedule this year. Like the program's sort of shifting. Like you guys are the first cohort to be in Waterloo for only 1 year rather than 2 years, and then go to the Stratford campus. So talk to your academic advisor, and there will be information sessions to tell you more information about that. But I think it is recommended that you go in your third year rather than your 4th year.
Yeah, just to put my 2 cents in on like whether it's worth it or not. I have a lot of friends going. So pretty much half my year is going abroad. Like to Australia, to England, like everywhere. And I think it's an amazing experience. Like you don't have anything tying you back. You don't have a job. Well, I mean, you might, but not like a full-time, 9 to 5. So the way it works is that you get credits for it. So it's a pass-fail. For at least for my year, they might change it to like above 60, but they don't record your actual like marks from them. And it's it's a good time to just go and like learn about different cultures and just explore, like, because if you're going to Europe, it's really easy to travel like within Europe, and in Australia it's like you can go to the surrounding kind of like areas there. Like I know a lot of people go to like Bali and I think New Zealand maybe. So I think it's an amazing experience. I didn't go because I have a lot that I'm doing. Like on top of GBDA SOC, I'm also going to be a peer leader and I have a position within my sorority. So for me to leave, I'm like, I don't know, Waterloo is kind of, I have a lot of things that I'm doing in it, so I don't see a point in leaving. I'm perfectly happy as I am. So it's not for everyone, but it's definitely an experience that is like pretty priceless in my opinion.
Yeah, flights inside Europe are like really cheap.
Yeah. And there's also trains and buses that go across Europe. So.
Exactly.
Okay. Do you have anything else more to say, or?
Like student life, something you have to experience yourself too, instead of being told to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
I
think that's fair.
So I guess then it's been almost an hour, so I guess then maybe if no one has anything else that they'd like to say, we'll close it off for this time, for this live stream. For those well, we only have 4 viewers currently, but we'll hope to see you at the orientation. Thanks for signing in, I don't know, logging in or whatever. If you have any more questions, you can send emails to either the GBDA Society email, which you can find on the website of Waterloo, or you can also message us on the Facebook group. So, yeah, I don't know. I guess goodbye. I don't know. Okay. Cool.
Cool.